Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
145 million to 1. So long odds on something like that, but people do win it. It does happen. People can buy the lucky ticket. So long odds don't necessarily mean that something can't or couldn't have happened on its own. But I think generally you could say that there are pretty large amounts of evidence. There's a lot more to this creation than perhaps we ever are able to put our minds to. Maybe it's all too big and complex for us to really grasp, as we've seen with these numbers, sizes of stars and so on. So really, that's it. That's the life-giving star that we call our sun.
Wow.
We talked about it before, didn't we? About colours, because I think we talked about the fact that colours don't really exist. It's just what our brains interpret the sun's light rays.
Yeah.
Because out of the sun, you get all the colours of the electromagnetic spectrum, or the colours of the rainbow, but coming out together, they come out as white. So if you see a photograph of the sun from a spaceship, for example, it will be white. But sometimes we get photos from the Earth from these amazing telescopes, and it looks for all the world like a nicely burning red fire. But it's not really red. That's the effect of the atmosphere on the light waves and how our brain sees it. Wow. So incredible stuff that the sun is, and this life is. We're here either by a complete stroke of luck, and we might never have happened, or we are the brains of this universe. We are observing this universe, finding out more about it, about ourselves in the process. Whether we've talked about aliens before, are there other life forms in the universe? Well, the chances are we could say probably yes. I noticed the other day that NASA wants to use one of the spacecraft that's going around the Earth. I don't know how many there are, but to try and find out more about something that's been traveling. They've discovered in July quite a big thing traveling for billions of years, and it's going to pass us, between us and the sun, I think in the next few days. And they wanted to try and get something near it to photograph it, to see if it did have any alien connotations or what it might be. It could help us to find out more about the universe. But yeah, that's something they might want to do. But all the time, of course, our scientists are finding out much more in the sky. They see stuff. I mean, when we look up, we just see a beautiful mass of stars, particularly if there's no light pollution where we are. It's beautiful, the galaxy that we're in, the Milky Way. And to know there's billions of galaxies and billions of stars is just mind-blowing. But that's the magical world we live in.
It is mind-blowing, yeah. I mean, we've only got just over 2 minutes, but I was just thinking, imagine if the sun, imagine if our Earth just decides to just walk away.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting one, because we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, give or take a little bit. And if the Earth just suddenly stops spinning, anything that's not nailed down will keep going round at 1,000 miles an hour, which would obviously include us. If the Earth suddenly stops spinning, we would still find that. So you'd have to hang on to your hat, of course. You'd be spinning around at 1,000 miles an hour. And equally, if the sun disappeared, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes, because that's the time it takes the light to get to us. But if it disappeared, the Earth would suddenly zoom off on a straight line of 67,000 miles an hour, which is the speed the sun is going around the galaxy. So you really have to hold on to your hollyhocks or your hat then, wouldn't you, if we were suddenly zooming at 67,000 miles an hour? So it's all perfect. This is the point. It's all perfectly in place, and we take it for granted. Tomorrow morning, it'll get light. Tonight, it'll get dark. The perfection of nature is mind-blowing. Really is.
Yeah, and rightly, like you said, there's got to be an intelligent being, behind it. Designed it, and made sure that it's in the right place. Because when you look at it from NASA's
cameras, there's nothing holding on to it. So you could just decide to wander off. You know.
Well, yeah, we all hang in the universe, don't we? Everything is hanging, but spinning around. Everything spins. Incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. So this is all we've got time for. Do you want to do the closing remark, please, bruv?
Yeah, well, as I say, I feel I spoke a bit too much in all that, but it is such a fascinating subject. Anything to do with the universe, the sun, the stars is amazing because it's our own patch, isn't it? It's our life, and we look up at these things.
It is.
So anyway, I hope you found it interesting. And yeah, I've been Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. You've been watching and listening to the Alien Spaceship. It's a goodbye from me. See you next week.
Goodbye from me too.
Yeah. Let me just end.
This has been a Deepstuff Radio podcast for Deepstuff Records. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.